I'm Cracked Matrix. Welcome to the stream. I do vector design for a living, and by designing mostly T-shirts and stuff. And yeah, just a good way. I want to be gaming, but I have projects to do. So let's get these projects done and hang out. Go ahead and join me in the thread, or if you want to hang out in Discord, you're more than welcome to there. And it's going to be really sad because I don't have any music. Wah, wah. No music. But yeah. Hang out, join, like, and subscribe. If these take off, I'll probably do more of them. Just kind of want to hang out with my people. I've just been busy and tired and just hadn't been motivated and trying to get there. So I'm just trying to move things around here that I don't need. What that? All right. What you should always do is name your stupid layers. There you go. Okay. No. What is that one? Is it locked? Just unlock them all. All right, and just grab what I want. There. Shove those to the side. So I come up with a few different layouts for Hawk's Girl 49, and good little head for a fox and another head for a raven, and kind of a yin yang swirling design. Adding kind of texture with different shapes and colors. Trying to get her fully going here. And actually, let's take. Is there anything in the way here? Don't need that stuff. I'll just drop that into there. Don't need swatches anymore. Just move this page over here. All right. So yeah, let's expand this. Let's give it another 213 by 13. Here we go. But yeah, I'll try to Bob Ross this the best I can. It's not a numeral. I'm just trying to hit the stupid thing. Okay, there we go. All right, so we need the background gray. Background is one word. Doy. Okay. This is not on there. Either. Let's lock it. So select it. Okay, that's the text circle. That is the majority of the fox and the raven. I haven't really separated them. Okay. So tonight we're going to be putting on maybe a few highlights here and there, in these feathers that kind of swirl around. Maybe more shadows to kind of break up kind of the mottled look there. It's like it's too solid. Not terribly happy with it as of yet. So we'll work it out. And yeah, I keep on hitting the wrong button. It's moving my, there. Click back over here. All right. But yeah, if you want to hit me up in the chat, get any questions, or you're interested in just illustration, or you enjoy it too, let me know what you do. Kind of get in the right layer here. Go back to, I think this one's the meat of everything. That one's on top. Okay, so we'll add another layer. Lock this one because I don't want to mess them up, but still want them visible. Get your layers here, different brushes. I made some brushes last time that were feather shapes. And just some of your basic, pre-builds, but you can make your own brushes fairly easy. I kind of want trying to get a texture going for the separation of like the little feathers and stuff. I don't want to be too clean. Just want to be. I want them to give that feather appearance. Like if that's the center of the feather, I need it to go further in. Kind of like that. I'll probably layer shapes on top of shapes and then merge them later. To, however I feel. Like that. I do a lot of undos. Control Z is my friend. I don't know. I don't know what I would do anymore without Control Z. Trying to get that look in there. Something I'm happy with. I want that feathered appearance. Follow the shape. Let's let go. Damn it. Getting really close in there. Sorry. Hands cramping up a little bit because I was working today. I work at a screen printing shop and I do all their garment graphics. So you get like, people that come in, they want their, shirt design for their, activities. Say like, you got a softball or, a soccer team or whatever. I'll do their design. Or, you got the, local church groups and stuff like that they want their their congregation to have, shirts for an occasion, or at the family reunions and stuff. Things are kind of coming back around after COVID, with the people getting together in groups now. But they usually come to, our little shop and request designs, or they have like their own, or they see one online and I gotta like recreate it, and it's just like, oh man. One is, recreating is okay, I guess, but it's not truly original. But they want it done fast and in a hurry, and they don't want to pay, the huge art fees. So they tend to do the quick stuff. Or they come in with like something they pre-generated, and I just kind of touch it up, recreate what they had as far as like, they got something that was hand-drawn. I'll like vector it from their hand-drawn with the, these are mostly just brush strokes, but normally vector, I can just kind of click around, make a shape, give it a color, and I kind of follow the curves. You can make, all sorts of crazy shapes, and then boom, and then even all your text and everything can be in vector, and it generally looks best. I love vector lines because they're so clean, and you can blow them up. You can make them the size of a postage stamp or even smaller, And everything maintains the size and the shape. It looks good. Oh, hold on. Be right back. What? My love. Yeah. Can you do me a huge favor? For sure. I am dying of thirst. Can you get me some ice water into my cup? I don't want to go back upstairs because I'm like afraid I won't have a finish. I get it, you're on a roll. You're on a roll. Ice was still in it, so still had ice in it. That ice lasts forever in there. It does. Unless you crunch it. Unless you crunch the ice. Hey, Logan. You're the best. You make me the best. Huh? Said you make me the best. Come on, you want anybody? Yeah. Hello, Gus. Come here. This is Gus, everyone. How's it going? This is Gus. What are you doing? He likes to talk every once in a while. He also likes to flop. Get my headphones back on. Hey, Alex Girl. Hey, Nate. Good to see that I'm back online. I'm still here for now. We'll see how long this lasts. Putting some more details in on the feather work today. How are you guys tonight? Is it big? Yes, he is a big cat. You see the one back there? I don't know. Let me see if on the stream here. There's Logan behind me. Over there. That's Logan. I can't believe he fits on top of that thing. And then, of course, that was Gus. You might think I have an affinity for black and white cats. But I think I have, 4 black and white cats. Hi. You guys can't see this, but you pet the back of his head, and he's just like... He starts opening his mouth. He's a sweet boy, but he doesn't like to be picked up. That is a big cat. Yeah, he's a big cat. I do a lot of... What are you doing? He's reaching out for me. Hold on. I don't have my... Oh, what are you doing? Come here. You don't like to be picked up, do ya? But you like to be petted. Yeah, don't ya? Yeah. He's a sweet boy. He's a sweet boy. His name is Gus, but we, when we got him, so we called him Gustav. Gus for short. He's a big fluffy boy. You probably hear that purr. And we say that he has got these white pantaloons because he's got these big fluffy butt. It looks like pants. And he doesn't want to be held like that, do you? Yes, you're a big little baby, though. He's like the pushover beta of the group. He's the pushover. Well, him, he's Mr. Alpha, loafing. That's a impressive loaf you have there, Logan. That's an impressive loaf. How do I get this? I think you'll like it. And then I'm going to get this finished up with the color and the detail. And then Oxcar, I'll send you, I'll make a version of it that's black and white so you can see what it looks like when you need to, have it for newspaper prints or, let's see, just quick print ads and stuff like that, like in your local papers, or, you got those people that just print black and white. So I can make a grayscale version, or you can have a nice vector crispy black and white version. It's just like the illustration itself. So you have this nice lines, and all the other color will be pretty much just gone. But you need to change the line art or the color lines just a little bit. Occasionally what I'll do will end up in the local papers or something like that, and the local businesses, they need their logo redone or you getting down, buddy? Merch, that's right. You need some merch. So you can get full color merch or single color merch, or you can reduce it down to a couple colors. So yeah, definitely. I'll try to get Logan. Logan, come here. Hey, buddy. Come here. Oh my God, you are the big boy. Hey, it's a big cat. This boy is a big kitty cat. He probably weighs about 15 pounds. At his heaviest, he was at around close to 20. He's been with me the longest. He's probably 12 or 13 now. Are you 12 or 13? It was back in 2010. So yes, well, maybe not that much. He used to be an alley cat, and I rescued his life. Saved his eyeball. Yeah, I saved your eyes and took off your nuts. How do you feel about that? How do you feel about that? You seem to be purring. You got a big fat belly because of me. He used to bring me birds outside. It was hilarious. I go to work, step outside, there's a dead bird perched. Dead bird, not perched, but right on my, step up there. You lay down on my blanket. Crazy boy. See what you said. I just feed your cats well. That's right. He'd bring me the birds and live at my old house. He'd live out in the alley, and I had a big old shed. It was a big old house, 1905, and they had a big shed, and he and his little sister would live out there for a good year. I took care of them outside. Would give them food, and I made special winter box for them that had a light bulb inside and blankets and stuff, and kept it plugged in during the winter time and kept them warm. Well, he came over to see me. His eye was all gunked up and looking bad, so he would occasionally get into fights with other cats. See him being chased by other cats is the funniest thing I've ever seen. Just him zooming down the alley, from the back window, looking outside, looking down from my bedroom, and I see Logan in the background, whew, running across, and all of a sudden, like 5 other cats going, just tearing on after him. So that's just the stupidest thing I've ever seen. Yeah, I guess he was a troublemaker because he got his trouble with his eye, getting in the fights. Now you want out? Oh, this is gonna be a recurring thing, isn't it? Are you too, Logan? Come on, Goose. You went out or not? All right, I'm just gonna leave it cracked. You guys can visit. Just trying to keep the noise from the other room down. Get off my couch, woman. But I saved his eye. Brought him inside. He never had ever since then. He'd been inside. So, lap of luxury. He doesn't have to climb onto the rooftop of my garage to catch birds. He doesn't have to worry about those cold Illinois winters. I mean, who likes those? It's shaping up. I feel like the stroke I put down, I can change it up with a few added strokes. Fatten her up a little bit. All right, I'm getting there. Who's joining the stream? Hey, what's going on, buddy? More than welcome. You do any vector artwork? I know you.
I am a freehand artist.
Mm-hmm.
I need to learn how to do this stuff.
It's really fun. I did 7 years of Photoshop. Oh, hold on, we got a visitor. Yes, I'm streaming. It's okay. She doesn't like to be on camera.
Oh, you've got somebody in the house. Okay.
No, Tracy's here. But yeah, she doesn't like to be on camera.
Well, I understand that. I'll have to link you what I. Cute cat. I'll have to link you what I do.
Where's she at?
Behind you, gold and white.
That was that was Nellie Bly. She's one of our youngest. I forgot I had the camera pointed down low. We'll usually jump up onto the cat thing behind me.
Is that what that is?
Yeah, a little cat tower of terror. I only have one in here right now. She's sleeping and being a little princess. So essentially, I can take your freehand drawing and turn it into like crispy vectored lines, and then be able to blow it up and shrink it in a way, like if it's just more solid shapes. But think.
I know what you're talking about.
Okay, you are familiar with vector.
I've had people take my artwork and modify it and then
Mm-hmm.
claim it as their own. But yeah.
Oh, that sucks.
Well, she had it coming. She got what was coming to her, I should say.
Oh, okay.
There was a time I was well known. Huh. A fox and a raven?
Yes.
Nice.
Yep, it's for her holistic surfaces.
I have to admit, I like the yin and yang symbolism. It's pretty cool.
I do like it too. Drag this into this one. That one. Undo is my friend. I don't know. But I had like 7 years of Photoshop work doing comics. And then jumping over to Illustrator, it took me just, a month to really kind of nail it. Maybe even less than that. And at first it was just simple, just set the type and then, then you're good to go. But let's see if I like any more of these shapes or not. Essentially, kind of like painting with shapes.
I get it. I have the basic idea. I just haven't done anything with it.
It's too dark. I don't want to do the dark. I'll do this and then put white on top. Yeah, so I just kind of make my own kind of organic shapes. The kind of feeler, fluffy, happy clouds of fur.
Here, I'm going to link you something. And you can look at it.
I'll freehanded as a design, and then go from there.
There you go.
But then
Be warned, most of the artwork on here not safe for work.
okay, therefore not safe for stream.
Definitely not safe for stream.
We'll check it out at a later time.
YouTube would have issues.
YouTube would definitely have.
I've seen worse stuff on YouTube. That's kind of neat. Huh. You can slide that whole thing you just did over a little, right?
What the shape?
Yeah.
Yeah. Everything is.
Slide that over.
Yeah. I can take the shape and I can move it around, reposition it. I can scrunch it down. I can hit the. I'm gonna lock that button. I hate that Windows key. There we go. But I can pretty much move it around. If I think it's too far to the right, I can kind of rotate it a little bit, and I got tools to kind of take the anchor points and just smooth them out.
I definitely need to learn this.
Vector is a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun because then you can take some of your because if you like that cartoon look, you can get those really rich and super smooth lines. And you can even like if you have some of the from I think this is CS4, which is like 14, and like I've been working on Illustrator since version 10, and even the newest versions still I can do with version 10 with pretty much with what the newest version does. As far as my needs, I don't really need the latest version.
Right.
Yeah, and there's some free stuff. There's free stuff out there. It's looking great, better than I could imagine. Oh, thanks, hon.
It's really a good image, man.
The sound of your software makes those lines satisfying. Is there a sound, or is it me? Because I'm using my Wacom pen, and maybe it's the clicking and clacking on my keyboard. I'm not quite sure. All right, so yeah, I just want to throw in some white highlights in these creamy tones here that they're like almost creamy white. They're really light, but I could take the pen tool like you can in Photoshop and then make these little lines on my own if I wanted to. But then it's like it kind of like click drag for each individual anchor point, or I can kind of draw it in here with the tablet I've been working on since Spider Girl. in early issues. And you can just, and I fell in love with it. I will not use the mouse to do anything most ever again, unless it's basic editing, maybe some cleanup or something. But like this little liner here, I don't like. You can subtract these anchor points as you go along, kind of clean them up, or you can like hit the erase tool, grab the one you're working on, and you can just do kind of custom quick edits. There you go. Bing, bang, boom. Sometimes it's like sculpting with 2D shapes. Yeah, that's looking pretty good. So when we hit maybe a couple of smaller highlights to kind of fade the rest of the fox into kind of like a darker tone, and then bring it back like I did over here with the tail. So it kind of looks like it's receding back with the head popping up, kind of pushing it forward, and then the tail kind of coming back up. And then I'll use like maybe some of these light line work I have here, the light slate blue. I need a Kleenex. I'll be right back. My nose is starting to run. That's what I get for planting trees and going outside. Today I brought back another apple tree that I needed because the one tree I got was a Fuji apple tree, and apparently Fuji apple trees don't self-pollinate. So since they don't self-pollinate, I can't.
Sounds like you would need bees for that.
Yeah, you got bees, and I hear crab trees in the neighborhood might pollinate them, but I wanted something closer by, so I got a Golden Delicious to plant alongside it. So we're gonna have a Golden Delicious and a Fuji apple in a couple of years. And I got a peach tree to put in a different part of the yard. So I'm like all excited, like my girlfriend makes an awesome like peach cobbler. I'm just dreaming of peach cobbler or a crumble.
Good stuff, man.
Crumble. Peach crumble.
Brown Betty, stuff like that.
And just, having my own apples in general, kind of cool.
Oh yeah, apples are good stuff, especially for miscellaneous other things. My mom used to hook us up when we had stomach issues with apples.
That's a shame. Let's see if I file before I mess it up. The tales from the studio days. Oh, that's right. Wrong tool. Use my pencil tool.
The heck was that? Oh right, windstorm. Okay. Well, something just got blown up against the side of the house right by my bedroom window. So.
Oh,
Pity
that is pretty windy then.
pity anything trying to get in here. SCA are kind of armed to the teeth within easy reach of damage.
It does. It makes a scratching noise. Not sure if it's you or the software. It's probably me because my mic's like right next to my tablet. I don't know if you can pull it out. See it? I pulled it out too far. I got it all wrapped around. But yeah, it makes like a little, kind of runs that tip along the pad here. So got that hand drawn organic feel, which is good, I think, when you're drawing, like, foxes and stuff.
Yeah.
Organic creatures and shapes and stuff. Kind of messed that one up a little bit. And I'll try to get the look I want with, by overlapping and taking away from other shapes with shadow, just like the feathers. I could use more gradients, but I don't want that to kind of take away from too much. I could easily, get that whole feel of. I'm trying to attain a gradient with shapes rather than um, just like one shape and then color gradient the whole thing. You getting some crazy weather out there, Griff?
No, it's just windy as heck. Kind of hard to sleep through that mess.
But
It's time, man.
But it's time to sleep. It's time to sleep. That probably wouldn't stop me too much. It'd have to be, rocking the house.
Well, dude, I live in the town that was hit with, was it a year or two ago, got hit with a 7.1 earthquake.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, well, a 6.4, and then a few minutes later, a 7.1.
Wow.
And
I barely remember that.
that that got you going.
Well, that would be rocking and a rolling.
That's nice. Definitely test this out. I've actually put a video of what happened after the house on YouTube so people could see how much damage we took.
Oh really? Do you have to?
Oh, yeah.
Wow. Are you part of any of those fires in the Napa Valley area?
No, no. We're up in the high desert.
Damn it. More keystrokes. I'm gonna back it out here and see if I like how it's shaping up. Let's do a couple more shapes that kind of match up out here. And happy shapes, just like happy clouds.
Yeah, happy little clouds.
That's right. Happy little shapes. He didn't do hardly any animals that I knew of. He would bring him into the studio, though, with his squirrels and such.
Oh, he would make bird images.
Well, that's true. Like, far away.
Yeah.
With a bit quick flick of the fan brush.
Actually, his work with fans is why my clouds look as good as they do when I do paint.
Oh, I've learned a lot from Bob. Bob is like, I still put him on. He's on so many different streaming services.
Yeah.
Like, you can catch him pretty quick. I love Bob Ross. But I'm not the Bob Ross of Vector, that's for damn sure. There's some crazy ass people out there that do phenomenal work.
I picked up tips and pointers from a bunch of different artists, from Terry Smith, Reed Waller.
Okay. Alright, so maybe a couple highlights with... excuse me, pardon me. Got my fizzy cherry vanilla flavored water here. Give me the burps.
Vanilla water. Sounds yummy.
Yep. It's better than all the pop I want to be drinking. I just miss out on the caffeine. Come on. Zoom. There we go. So here I'll put some more kind of what I accurate kind of sheen shapes. I'll do with the pen tool. Pen tool you kind of click and drag as you follow along, and then what I'll do is I'll just make a few long shapes here, maybe a few out there. Click, drag the anchors. Each of these little squares or little points is an anchor, and you can either have a stiff edge, like with just one click, and then you get that one little boxy edge that gives you straight angles, or you can click down, hold it, and then drag out, and it gives you like your little anchors, little points to grab from. Alright, now fill this shape with... Really not that one. Where is it? Gotta drag it up here. There it is. Select the right layer. Make another layer and go on top of that. Lock these up so I don't screw them up. Lock them up so you don't screw them up. Oh, change the color of that layer. It's hard to see. Let's go a little brighter. There's lime, olive, brick red, dark green, green. There it is. This is green. That way you guys can see the shape I made. You can see if I'll make some more of these kind of throughout. Let's see if I like the way they're highlighting some of the feathers here. So we go along this kind of winged back. And much like I did with the little black brush strokes I made earlier, I'm going to make the darker blue-gray strokes into the lighter color to separate it and like maintain that texture. I had a fairly decent day today, and I felt like I definitely could get something done tonight. And actually, I'd like to finish. It'd be fun to finish on stream.
If we can get some guys trash together, we could take out bone mass.
Yes, that'll also be fun to do too. Get some of this work out of the way, and then have time to play.
Yeah. Just wait till you see what I've built out there.
Dare I venture into the plains?
Oh, I'm not talking about the planes. I'm not even thinking about the planes yet. Although we do have a base started out there,
Mm-hmm.
a nice stone base, but that's about all we've got so far right now. Because, um, yeah, I went out there and I was like, this is nothing but plains. That's a mess.
Yeah. It's funny that you can actually hit some of these clicking clacking there, Hawks Girl. I'm trying to get rid of that piece. Here, just use the erase tool. Shear off what I don't want. If I get impatient.
Hang on a sec, I'll be right back.
Sure, man.
Say what? Heard that special.
Say what? Crack me up, man. Hey, Down Under. Holy shit. Welcome to the stream, buddy. How you feeling? How you feeling, man? Yep, kind of just hitting the how-tos, and I figure, let's do an art stream. Let's get some work done. Give Hawks Girl a showcase here. Whoa. See, Control Z is my friend. Artist ASMR. Run over and drained. Oh, goodness.
They are trying to kill me.
They are trying to kill me. They won't. They won't win.
Decided to go out and grab junk food.
Oh, that type of kill you.
Well, I'm quite sure that if it came down to it, only one of the guys that I lived with would be able to survive my attacks. Mainly because he's armed to the teeth, so. The other one, I know his weak spots. It should be fun.
Yeah, I can't wait to kind of get things going with the, excuse me, with some of those bosses. Stream those going out and. All right, let's see. I'll subtract some of these
I have a feeling
shapes.
bone mass isn't going to be that big a deal, actually. Because
That dragon's going to be a big deal.
Oh, yeah. We're going to need a lot of flame arrows for that. That's not a big deal because I've been filling up bases with tons of arrows.
Did they nerf arrows a little bit?
I don't think so.
Okay, maybe that was a a weird post I saw. There was an April Fool's stream that someone put out. It wasn't a stream, it was a video they did for April Fool's, and it kind of got me at first. I was like, wait a minute, what the hell? It didn't give the exact date. It was like, 2 weeks ago. I was like, wait a minute. 2 weeks ago was April 1st. So, yeah.
Yeah, they're just messing with your head.
Right? They were just trying to get some funny going on. And it wasn't until later on in the stream, or not the stream, in the video, where he's hilariously talking about how they decided to ramp up the volume in the game. It was just like blowing out the speakers. And you're like, holy crap. Okay, this is definitely made up. There's like no way. But yeah, I love that game. That game is so much fun. I I do want to stream some Osiris and find out like what new things they've done. They've added some like stealth features to it, and some of the creatures got some AI works kind of updated, so they'll go to behave differently, and there's a lot of creepy bugs. Pretty much, it's like Starship Troopers.
If you like the movie, you'll love the books better.
Down Under said, Griff died kicking and screaming again in the plains.
No, actually. I actually took out one of those big guys.
Yeah, he's been hunting locks and doing all sorts of stuff out there down under. It's been.
Oh yeah.
I don't know if he's made himself a rug out of the lock's fur, but
I got enough.
I know that's supposed to be another one of those rugs that get you like a higher comfort level.
Yeah. I mean, the base that we have out in the plains,
Mm-hmm.
the little quickie one, the locks kind of spawn right next to it.
Oh.
So I can sit there and kill anywhere from 2 to 4
That'd be crazy.
just by jumping down where they can see me,
Mm-hmm.
and then jumping back up on the stairs that I have built there. And they'll stand there looking up, and then they realize, oh, it's shooting me with arrows. I better run. But by that time, it's too late.
They don't aggro and start attacking and
Oh,
stuff?
no, they can see me, but they can't reach me.
Oh, okay. Oh, wait, did you build one on top of those giant rocks?
No, I built one out of a that was left out there, and then I just surround. I basically took the materials I needed to make a stone cutter, and then
Right.
ran out to this ruined keep and rebuilt it.
There you go.
And then outline the outside of it on the lower parts with a lot of extra bricks. So they can sit there and hack at it,
Mm-hmm.
but they'll have to go through the bricks to get in there. And if no one's in there, they usually don't do that.
No, that's good. Because they really can't damage it. It's stone.
Oh, yes, they can.
Wait, the locks can damage the stone?
The locks can, everybody can damage stone. It just takes them a while.
Oh. Should take him a long ass while.
The locks have an area effect attack, though.
There you go. All right. No worries, man.
Looks like somebody wants to talk to me.
I'll be around, even if the stream goes down, which very likely could be at any time. Knowing my luck. But I would like to get this completed for Hawks Girl, so I can get some other projects I want to work on. Got something for Chuck, aka Dragon 007. And let's see, there's a project in the works with Nate. Got that going. Did some sketches, Nate, and kind of come up with some ideas to take that another direction. I mean, it'd be nice to incorporate your ideas for your first responders and have like each individual like badge used in some sort of way, or put them together and then incorporate, like gaming elements and stuff to it. Or it's just hard to have like maybe one person encompass the whole deal, like to have like kind of a figurehead that's not one or the other, or maybe all three like together as like like a set of heroes or something like that. I don't know. And you want to represent women and men together in the field, so picking a kind of a neutral, trying to be gender neutral in the whole thing. That way it speaks to a wider audience for your project. And if I'm not supposed to talk about it, Nate, let me let me know if I didn't get an NDA or anything. It's on the down low. But I was thinking something like with a police badge, the Maltese cross, and inside the Maltese cross have the Star of Life or something like that. In the center, the snake with the staff. And then inside the Maltese cross have like game controllers or kind of symbols for like keystrokes or keys like the WASD or something. Just basic symbols like you have on the Maltese cross, where it's usually like hook and ladder and type stuff. I do a lot of fire designs for local areas. They have like their own little Maltese design or cross axes or. Just get back there. Undo, undo, undo. Yeah. Yeah. It's coming around. Everybody save. Oh, no, you're good. That's FD and Y badge. Okay, cool. It's just finding that commonality with your three groups and then putting them together and then making sure they're represented. They all have like some sort of balance and weight that's kind of equal. You don't want to shortchange the other. It can be difficult sometimes, but sometimes they all just kind of mesh together and it really works out. I'm going to do one more shape underneath this mass of black. I'm going to use a word that most every single designer hates, and that's the word pop. Making something pop. Perhaps use the word depth. Or, something that isn't the word pop. Let's try that, and then we'll add that dark. Whoa, that's the wrong color. That's a fill. I want the. There we go. Reuse. Copy that. Rotate it back here. It's still a brush, so it needs to be outlined. Then changed. There we go. Grab that there. Guess what I do? Copy, paste behind there, and expand that. Make it black, get rid of the stroke. Do the same thing here. Made the lines invisible. Alright, so hit R to drop an anchor for where to rotate from. Just want a bit of it peeking out. I don't want a whole bunch of it. There we go. Drop that down a notch. Get on top of the many layers I got going on here. I should have separated these a long time ago. Yeah. Where the hell did it go? It's right there. Gotta get underneath that. The crow. Or the raven. Excuse me, I keep on burping. Ugh. Ah. Gives you an idea of what's all underneath there. Alright, I'll just use the good old eraser tool. Can I get back in there? Grab that point here and there. Just extend it out. That's underneath this cropping shape I got. What? My burping?
Yes.
I'm not Shrek. Let's see if this continues to... There it is. Get that right on top there. And I got one more back here. It's this one? Yeah. Let's copy, place behind. Drag it down. Expand appearance. Get rid of the stroke. That's a solid shape. Tap it out. Move it to kind of continue that shadow of the feather. You get that nice texture along the side. Kind of carries it around. There you go. And that pushes the bottom of the fox, the base of the head, down with a deeper shadow. And then as you go up, the shadow gets a lighter around the top, around here. And he kind of comes out around, so it kind of brings them kind of up a little bit. You could also do the same here with, let's see if I can grab a section of these. Oh, that's a lot to disseminate right there. All right. I think I'll ease it up. Yeah. All right, Hawksgirl, you still there? Hit me back. Just some final thoughts on the circle. Let me lock these down. And just... Okay. You don't really even see this. The Metatron's cube sort of design with the circles. And I'm just trying to remember if you don't really see it, does it need to be there? Because you got kind of those shapes inside the rings around the eyes here. So with this shape going on, you probably just can use maybe a solid color in the background. I mean, you can kind of see some of the line works because I used a little bit of gray back there. But beyond that, you probably really won't see it. Hit me back with those ideas. Let's see, go back to that one. Okay. All right, let's make a quick brush. All right, so I want to go shape, shape, a little smaller. Just here, a little point out there. Just a quick triangle.
Language.
It's okay. It's an adult group. Okay. I kind of love it's hidden. Doesn't hurt to leave it. No, not really. Doesn't hurt anything. Just wanted to hear your thoughts. It's there. And absolutely, it's absolutely present. So we could either go into the background inside that circle here, where it's just gray. If you make it black, and then some of the white kind of pops, but I said the word pops. No.
Yeah, but that's a description, dude.
Uh,
Pops isn't a bad thing.
Pops is a bad thing in design. It's very layman. It's super layman. It's something we hear all the time. I just want to make it pop. When you hear it all the time, and get that's what's right. And there's other ways to describe something without making it pop. All right, let's make a brush. So yeah, I made this little gray shape. I'm gonna go new brush, art brush, hit OK. Kind of gives me the shape here, direction it goes. Right now I'll keep it at 100%. Let's go smaller. Let's do 60 proportional. Hit OK. And then I've added it to the little brushes I've used down here, and I made it the color that I want to make it. So delete the shape because I don't want it. And now I can hit my brush tool, brush selected, and now I can kind of it's going the wrong way. Flip. Or flip along. Come on. Flip across. Oh, it's so light. There we go. Let's try that. Flip. It's the wrong way. There we go.
Pissed off pigs all over the place. Who keeps summoning all these pigs?
I think you're playing Valheim.
Yeah, I'm being chased by at least 3 right now,
Nice.
and they can't keep up with me, so they're trying to tusk me.
Are they Italian?
Oh, pig, pig, dead pig, dead pig, dead pig.
Are the pigs Italian? Are they
No, I'll turn them into sausages in a little while.
are they from Tuscany?
I knew that was coming, but just I wasn't gonna respond.
I knew it. You made me do it. You could be a big pig too. Wait.
Oh my god, I've gotten in so much trouble for that. Well, you've heard of the term a pig-faced bassinet, correct?
Pig-faced what?
Bassinet. It's a helmet.
Uh, actually, no.
It's what.
But I assume it's a
You've heard of the Battle
medieval.
of Agincourt, correct?
The what?
The Battle of Agincourt.
I'm gonna tell you no. I'm not a historian. Ha ha ha! Bad dad jokes.
Basically, you had the English going against the French, and
Never.
the English were outnumbered and pretty much outclassed when it came to the amount of knights they were going to be fighting with. The problem with that is these guys charge out there wearing what is known as a pig-faced bassinet. It's got a pointed nose with well, basically a snout.
And you
If
keep
you
your
glance
face from being
close,
caved in.
well, it basically would make most sword blows glance off, which is why it was designed that way.
Oh,
But
interesting.
they also came up with a real bad mistake that they didn't think about. Pig-faced bassinet. Um, if you got knocked off your horse by, say, an archer
you're
or a bunch of peasants,
you're screwed.
they would knock you into the mud, and the point on that helmet would slam your head into the mud, and your face would become stuck because the way the helmet is shaped, it would cause suction, and you couldn't pull your head out of the mud, and you would drown.
Oh my
That's
god.
how a lot of the French knights died, is they drowned in the mud because they couldn't get their heads out of the mud.
Turn into ostriches.
Well, basically. And the English longbowmen wreaked untold havoc because, I'm sorry, the longbow is a great weapon. These guys are, we've got crossbows, they're better than longbows. It's like, yeah, well, it takes a lot longer to load a crossbow than it does a longbow.
And the range.
And the range. And the longbowmen were basically faster, better, and shot more arrows into the air. It was a serious butt kicking. A smaller army took out a larger army that was better equipped.
It's raining death.
And
Hallelujah,
larger.
it's raining death. Yeah, now you probably didn't like this game or took offense to it because, it is a rather silly game. And it's not completely accurate. Um, but I love this game. It's called Chivalry.
Sounds familiar.
It's made by Torn Banner Studios. Came out probably 5 years ago. And it's pretty much first person combat with swords and the like.
Yeah, wait a minute. I've got friends that worked on that.
Did you really at Torn Banner?
Well, they showed up at SEA events to get tips and pointers.
Well, I would hope so.
You're
That's
going to get in
hilarious.
some trouble. If you ever make it to Las Vegas, if you go into Excalibur, unless they've taken it off the walls, there's a mural on the wall of Excalibur
Nice.
of these 4 knights standing there looking all nightly and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Turns out that they were actual people that I know. Baron Richard of Black Iron, Michael Maggot Slayer, and their squires. Basically,
Michael Maggot Slayer.
there's a story there.
There's
Basically,
when is there not, Griff? When is there not a story? Oh
basically
god.
what happened was he had set his tree, a shield. He took his shield off and he
The
set it
hell?
into this tree. And basically, when he picked up his shield, it was covered in termite larvae or termite of some type. They were trying to eat into his shield.
Oh my gosh.
And he was like, "Oh my God!" So he went out on the field not knowing this stuff was on there. But every time somebody hit his shield, it would mash a bunch of these bugs into this into the shield. So it comes out on the
Oh,
field, his shield's covered in these lines of squished bugs, and he's like, "What the heck?"
that's kind of
Oh
that's
man, these
nasty.
termites. You know, he got
that's
the nickname
that's just
termite.
nasty, man.
They weren't maggots, they were termites, but Maggot Slayer is how he got the nickname, and it stuck. I've got a couple like that myself that I'm not going to bring up. But yeah, that was a good one. But basically, what happened was when they built Excalibur,
Uh
they
huh.
went to the local group out there and said, "Hey, we want you to help us design the insides." And they said, "Sure. How much you going to pay us?" And they went, "Wait, you're a nonprofit. We don't have to pay you." And they went, "Well, you're not going to pay us. We're not going to help you."
There you go. That's
So
pretty shitty. You're a for profit. I was like, you kidding me? How? It takes money to run this thing.
yeah,
If you're not for
it's a
profit,
nonprofit. It's a
it's
nonprofit, but that doesn't mean that people don't donate.
right.
So
That
the
I
reason,
oh you just
so that's what's going to happen
trigger
now.
button, man. You hit a trigger on me.
There's a big pig in here. I'm gonna have to hurt that boy because his pigs are getting loose and they're coming in there and attacking my boat.
You could be a big pig too.
What? It's only my boat.
Cause
Pig,
your
only
boat
one.
smells like boar butts. I like boar butts and I cannot lie. You other brothers
I
can't
like
deny.
Kermit the Frog.
When Miss Piggy walks in with the okay, I'll stop there.
Yeah. Well, you know those two broke up, right?
Miss Piggy and Kermit,
Yeah.
they did not.
Yes, they did. They made this huge thing about it, and Kermit started dating a younger pig.
How do you think Yoda came around? Yoda's race is Miss Piggy and Kermit the Frog. I mean, there's no mistake that Miss Piggy, voiced by Frank Oz, is also Yoda, voiced by Frank Oz. It's a family voice. It's in the
Oh no,
DNA.
don't do that. Don't do that. Just don't do
Hey,
that.
if you watch the behind the scenes footage of episode 2, where they did digital Yoda for the first time,
Yeah.
the artist and Lucas joke about it.
That's funny.
So yeah, there you go.
That does make a lot of sense, though.
I mean, come on, it's a Muppet,
This is true.
a very well done Muppet. It's amazing how believable and when you get those puppeteers inside it, and all of a sudden you're actually talking to something that you grew up with in your childhood,
Yeah.
and you forget the puppeteer is there. I think the Muppets and everything were just awesome.
Let's see. Where were we at? We were talking about Muppets.
Pigs, Yoda,
What's his
boars,
name
boar butts.
is trying to raise pigs, and the pigs are constantly getting loose and always going into water and attacking the big warship.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Mordrin's he's been raising the pigs.
I'm thinking he has. Let me go check his area.
He texted earlier. I don't think I checked it. You guys were going back and forth about something. It's kind of funny. Na, na, na.
Anyway, I was
Save my
making
file.
fun of these guys that are running around in those
There it is.
expensive pig
What the hell
face
is that?
assassinate helmets.
Oh yeah, it was him. He posted. He has a
There we
boar, a
go.
boar, a boar, and a piggy. They're already breeding.
Oh, he's got. There are five. Let me count here.
He can't figure out how they're
One,
getting out.
two, three, four, five.
I guess is that they populate before the fencing does.
One. This that was the small side. So we're gonna have to enlarge that and double wall it, and I'm gonna have to put a fence.
They're popping through the fence, the babies, and then they grow up outside the fence, and they get mad because there's no food outside the fence.
1 carrot? Really?
What?
Well, the pigs are tamed and happy. And now, whoops, I didn't mean to pet you. Go away, pig. I'm gonna go out and get some food for these
You
guys.
can be a big pig too.
And then for some strange reason,
All right, Hawk Squirrel. Can you give me some feedback, Hawk Squirrel? What do you think? Can you see it well enough? Let's get this gray background back here.
I'm just gonna go in there and toss a couple of carrots. Because I'm not wasting my hard to get food on his pigs. But there's like 1 carrot in there. Like, really, dude? You're gonna leave 1 carrot for all those pigs? That's not how it works.
That thing would be gone.
They don't. Here's something for you. They don't like
Excuse me.
mushrooms.
Wait, they don't? They
No,
like the
it's like
berries. It's ideal to have a
berries.
berry tree nearby or a
Oh
bush,
yeah.
because then
You put a
they'll eat off
right
those.
off the bush.
Yeah,
Happy pigs.
but we can't transplant those at all.
Yet. Whoa, what the heck was that? Something large and green just sort of flashed past me as I was running. Let's see what that was.
The goblins attacking?
Oh, not in this base. Trust me. If it was goblins, you would know it because I'd be yelling and jumping on something.
Yeah.
I mean, I actually got one of those big ones.
I'm gonna send this to you, Hux Girl. Oh, you're loving it. Okay.
Yes,
Good, good, good.
get some damage.
I kind of want to stop before I do too much to it. There's a point where I start to do way too much, and I think I'm there. But is there anything that I'm missing? I want to make sure that I get it all taken care of. Oop, I see something. That is.
Pig, move.
Make sure I get that piece.
Erase line again because I'm like that
All my
too.
layering. There we go.
Folks, if I keep doing it though, I can't erase ink, so things just get darker.
So yeah, this is vector art when you make a lot of shapes and brushes and strokes and
Okay. We've
it.
got damage to the building here. We just found a loose log.
Oh, wonderful.
Trying to figure out what did the damage.
Oh, thanks, hon.
Oh, your
Yeah,
pigs
as long as you like them, I'll. I see a couple spots that need.
If your lady's being nice to you, you should be nice to her. She's not allergic to chocolate or anything, is she?
Who?
Your
My
lady.
my lady?
Yeah.
I'm not talking about my lady. You talking?
What? No, I thought your lady did something nice for you.
Oh no, I was talking to Hawks Girl. I am
Oh,
streaming, remember?
whoops. I was gonna say, if you're gonna be nice to your girl, get her some Godiva truffles.
Let's make this one more. New brush.
I don't think I've
Art
ever met a
brush.
single lady that likes chocolate that doesn't like Godiva truffles.
There we go. Get the top layer. And then we'll get.
figured out what the flash of green was.
The what?
The little flash of green I freaked out over.
Oh, yeah.
Well, as I'm running around the base, I just got a flash of something green. It turns out that we've got either pollen or dust in the air,
Yeah.
and I'm running around in the nighttime with my headlamp on.
So you had illuminating dust.
Yes.
Freaking yourself out.
Yep.
There
That's
you
what I
go.
get for being paranoid.
There you go. Are you sure you're not smoking pot?
Not lately.
Not lately.
I'm not gonna lie and say I've never done it, but I did live in Washington for a while. You know, it's
I live
legal there.
in Illinois. I got some good stuff the other weekend.
My father-in-law showed up and said, "Here, help me test out my new product." I'm like, "What are you talking about, product?"
Product.
He's going to become a grower and use all that acreage he
That's
has.
so funny because I keep on thinking of that that South Park episode where Randy is
Oh,
growing pot. Oh God. They're always high and he's just constantly telling people about his grow and what to do with it. It's funny. His was the Marsh Farms or something like that. Poor Stan had to live out in the farm and help him.
quite sure he would enjoy to see him. Whoa! Oh, look at this. We've got a brood outside. I think I'm gonna jump down there and kick your butt.
Oh shit! I'm gonna kind of go through it and.
Now, if you're here, where's your green-eyed partner? More feathers.
He's talking about the game, not the feathers I'm working on right now.
Oh no, 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 no. Sorry.
I was like, yes, I'm putting more detail in the feathers. Shut up.
Ain't nothing wrong with the way you're doing your feathers, man.
So some are in shadow, some are, kind of highlighted. Yeah, just enough texture to kind of make it all work. All right. So what am I missing? I'm missing something. Maybe an outline of a darker red. Here we go. Round out the corners. Where is that? Grab that tail. There we go. One more stroke to that.
And I was told there's a way to destroy those fire things.
What are they called?
The spawners. I have yet to find a way of
Where's
doing
my
it.
bounding box? I think I hit a command.
Okay. Oh my goodness.
Where's my artboard? There you go, show artboard. That's what I wanted.
Oh, I may have just created the ultimate item for collecting. You're gonna love this.
Okay, I'm gonna clone it and push it over here. that was an issue. I forgot to unlock those layers before I cloned. Yeah, I had like floating everything.
What I'm saying is we got
There we go.
one of those fire spawners out a little ways away from the base I made next to where.
Oh, is that the ones you have to drown? Put all one layer.
Oh, here's the thing.
Another
I
layer.
think I may have made a mistake as I have. Whoopsie.
Block the rest of this. Make sure I don't grab anything else.
Caught its attention. Not what I wanted to do.
Hide that.
Apparently,
We'll edit.
spawning, they're drowning.
Convert to grayscale, so you get absolute gray colors of your piece there. Let's see.
So those guys touch water, they take damage.
So there you go. You have nice Oxco. You have a nice kind of design that kind of pushes and pulls a little bit with different layers of grays. So that's kind of like how it would look in your paper print. I like it. Looks pretty sharp. Probably want to get rid of one thing though, maybe. Nah, just keep it. So there's a very fine outline of a darker kind of gold color of the fur. So it's like kind of white. Kind of like that. Alright, let me go back to here. Take this, try to get it down. Oop. I forgot to lock the layers again. Lock that one. Should label it grayscale logo. Okay. And this version, I work on 17. This is 14. This version has no. That's right. It doesn't have separate pages. Here. Unlock what I need. Drag that down here. Put it underneath that one because we're ready to go. Black and white again, but I'm going to simplify a great ton of it. Select it. Lock that one so I don't have the background. Group. Okay. Lock this back up again. Save. I do save often. There was a woman who worked in the studio back in my comic studio days that every time there was a thunderstorm, there was always the risk of our Macs just shutting down. And we completely lost whatever we were working on if we didn't save or save often. So anytime all of a sudden you'd hear thunder in the background, you would hear, "Everybody save!" I mean, this woman, bless her heart. And y'all know what I mean when you hear someone say, "Bless her heart." I don't. Of course you do. So bless her heart. She.
It looks really good, man. I can see that as a hat patch or a shoulder patch.
Oh yeah, she's gonna have like T-shirts and maybe you could do buttons and all sorts of stuff with that. A nice signage up front. Yeah. All you gotta do is like just give the vector to the sign shops and they can get you set up. Some vinyl on like a board or something like that. That'd be fine. And it will look crispy clean. You don't have to worry about resolution like you do with any pixel photos and that type of stuff. Essentially, I can make this into pixels just with a save in the format, but working in vector means I can make it a postage stamp size and still maintain all the crispy lines, or blow it up to billboard size and still look just as good and not lose anything. It's all geometrical. It's all these scribbly little lines. Try some horrible experience made her safe. Well, we did have. I mean, I would get so wrapped up into coloring one of the comic pages. It was for a lot of them were DC back then. Every once in a while we'd have Marvel doing Spider Girl or something, and then but mostly it was JLA and Hawk Girl. Huh? Yeah, right. Our Man. We did some Wonder Woman, the George Perez Wonder Woman when he came back and did those.
You said Owl Man?
Our, as in the time. Our Man. We did a lot of the JLA specials, like, JLA 1 million or something like that. And then, God, who else? Oh yeah, we did some of the JSA too. Atom Smasher was in the JSA. Just a society. Well, they brought them back around with, like, that old Flash, Jay Gordon, and the original Green Lantern and stuff like that. Yeah. Crazy. Oh, was he really on that one? Huh. So he could totally get pwned by Swamp Thing. I'm seriously so excited to get these things being made. Kind of like seeing the scribble lines too. I know, because you kind of get an idea of, like, what goes into it. Cool. Yeah. Oh yeah, the original. Yeah. Yeah. The Hal Jordan yellow, and then you have Sinestro, who was, a lantern that turned into, like, the Yellow Lantern. So however, you can never defeat him, right? He's yellow. All right. So okay, with this version, what I'm going to do, let's do something crazy here. I'm going to go ahead, select all that's in there like I did. Take path, outline stroke. Oh, unknown error. Let's try expanded experience. There we go. That might have worked. All right, and then was that expanded? Do outline stroke. No, you don't like that. Why don't you like that? Is everything outlined? I think actually everything is outlined. Alright, so I'm going to do something crazy here. All that work, since we're going with a pure black and white only, not grayscale, I'm going to go in here and cherry pick this color, select it, and delete it. And you'll be thinking, what? All that work? I don't need the highlights. And I'm not going to merge everything into one. So I'll select all that fill color, and I can either delete it, or in this case, I can make it the same red-brown fox. Then I can choose the creamy tone, same fill, make it white. Probably didn't see much change because it's really faint. It's a really faint color. But it is there. Let's see, then the same color as this, and then I'm actually going to make that black. And find all these deep reds. Same fill color, black. Find the same oranges. Together, fill those, make them. Whoa! That's not what I wanted. Try that again. That color. Same fill color. Make it white. Same fill color as that. Hit white. So here's kind of the situation we're going to run into with some objects. That's going to be to where the ring around the eyes would be hard to see in that environment. I guess I delete the color to make it like a one color. Just strictly black and white design. So what we can do here is if I can ungroup everything, select, that, outline strokes there, keep that one white because I want that one to show up, so let's select that one. Too many objects here, parts of the eyes that I don't want to hit. Oh, I think they're all grouping. Okay. There we go. Want that shadow, want that shadow. Okay. Now, like that. Then I want to take away this selection with this black. Why is that filled in like that? Try outlining a little more. Groups within groups. Why does that have that starry pattern? I don't need that pattern. Okay, got rid of it. Let's see if that fills it again. There we go. So get rid of this one, make sure that stays white, then fill the rest to black. And you may have mostly here. There we go. Alright. Looks like your Raven stays the same for the most part. Grab that eyeball color. Just pop it in white. There we go. And you know what? Let's grab that beak again. And we'll make the beak black. But we're going to go back in here and grab that. Where's my texture? Oh, Christ on crutches. Did I get rid of it? I must have gotten rid of it. Flip things around. And then right. Black. You get another Metatron's cube in the background. Those lines that are back there. You got a black with the white background. Grab this can. Make it black. There we go. And there you have it. A fully black and white version. It has kind of a bit more of that weight of more like a yin and yang, although your feathers out here aren't as black. I do custom forms and I get it. You've been working 3 days on a form. You lose your mind if you lose work. Yeah. Alright, I believe I got all the gray. Hello. Catch up, computer. Starting to show its taking a little time there. Alright, the chin, black or no black? No, black. Do black and then outline it in white. Stroke it a little bit there, give it an outline, just like the beak. And it continues along the jaw and makes the jaw pronounced. Alright. Well, I think there we go. You have full color, grayscale, and solid, just black and white. So, yeah, let me know if there's anything you want to take out or remove. I'll send you some files to look it over, and say, I don't like this or that or this. Let me know. We can always correct it and change it. So what I'll do is I got pages 3, 4, 5. Where are the other pages? Okay, I need this page more. 1 or 2. So now, pages 1, 2, and 3. Take that background off. Background. Much easier to find that I put it in a different layer. Alright. I'll export these as JPEGs for you to just check out. But I'll go ahead and make them high resolution. That way you have them right away to do what you need. And get that proper capital F. Okay. Range 1 through 3. Desktop. Save. I'll make them RPGs or RGBs. RPGs. Oh shit. Okay, make them high. Make them 300 DPI. Then we can use them however you need to. Ugh, come on. Insufficient memory. It's probably because I'm streaming. It's like, no. Let's try just doing 1 and see if it does it. RGB. 300 DPI. Oh, to complete the operation, whatever. I'll have to do this off stream. Get you some copies. I'll make you some stop it. Right? Fox and Raven RPG. Or rocket propelled grenades. There you go. We'll do all of it. Ranges 1 through 3. And then we'll just do JPEGs for your viewing. Give that CS4. Okay, then I'll just make them screen ready. So you know, they're already 13 by 13, which is probably why it's freaking out, because that's a 13 by 13 image. It likes that better. All right, there you go. Like 300 DPI 13 by 13 images is pretty much print ready for most places. And that way they're all pixelated now, so you can use them and reduce the size or whatever. Let's see, I'll go ahead and save and close the file. There you go. I mean, warfare and hippie healings seem symbolic. Yeah. I mean, you know, that's what the healing is for. Yeah. People need it post-war. All right, there you go. So I got 1, 2, 3 ready to go. Yes, I got it. All right, I'll send those over to you via Discord, and then we'll move on to Chuck in Photoshop tonight. See how much crap that wants to chew up. That'll probably end the stream right there. Bringing Photoshop up. I haven't really played in Photoshop a whole lot for a while because I haven't done any digital painting or haven't done any comic colors in a while. But I'll fumble around. Got some stuff for Chuck to do. All right. Let me find my Discord here and shoot those over to you. All right. Friends. Hawks Girl. Take those files. And they're on the way, Hawks Girl. Bam, bam, bam. 1, 2, and 3. All right. Take a look at those. See what if anything needs reworked or you just don't like how something appears. Hit me back, and we'll take care of it. All right. All right. We'll start on Chuck. I want to get Chuck taken care of as soon as possible. He's got this crazy dragon that he's wanting to get done, but it needs some serious cleanup, and kind of want to get him going on something. So pretty much what I'll do is start a new file. Make it 1920 by 1080. 72 DPI, RGB colors, and white. Okay, we'll call it Dragon 007. And there we go. And he loves this bright blue. I think we'll just take a swatch of it back there, and we'll clean it up a little bit, make it more pure and saturated.
I definitely misheard that. Did he just say polyunsaturated?
No, not poly. No, pure and saturated. Which means, since it's not going for print, it's actually going on going on RGB. Sometimes I'm so used to working in CMYK for print with comics and things like that working in RGB sometimes plays with my head. So I usually do conversions to keep it from looking muddy. Going back and forth from CMYK to this. So pretty much what I'm going to do, I'm going to go ahead, and I know it's pixelated, but it's all Chuck's got. And what I'm going to do is I'm drawing vector lines again in Photoshop with the pen tool. The pen tool is a really super useful tool. It gets super clean and crisp lines. And again, it's click and drag to get exactly what you want out of it. Because we're going to pretty much... that's right, this thing. Come on. There we go. Go back a little bit. It is a little bit of a different beast in Photoshop than it is in Illustrator. It could be, you figure it's the same company, near the same programs, why not, work the same with the same flippin' tool? Like, why does it have to be so damn different? I don't know. It is a good question. One to ask. Ask the Adobe people. It's like, why does your shit not work in one program and completely different in the other? And just drawing simple like shapes. Why can't I end here? Boom. That should be, straight edge. There it is. It actually worked that time. We're just going to isolate just the dragon out of the murkiness that is the rest of the image, because it's pixelated as it is. We'll just kind of go around as much as possible to spruce it up. Since it's the photo's done on a license plate, and we're going to take that, fill up the holes that the license plate has, because it was airbrushed onto there, working off of a photo. And we're just going to take it and we're going to clean it up. Kind of give it a sharper edge. Maybe darken up these strokes so it looks more like probably what it does in real life. And since it's going to be floating on a background of that blue, we may as well, get just the image pieces that we want. Damn it. Go back. Different program, different undo styles. Alright, Control Alt delete. There you go. Control Alt Z. Just kind of works different. The pen tool. It's weird. And I could use my tablet just to go through and do it all by hand, or use the good old lasso tool. But sometimes when making a nice, clean, crisp selection, even from something as pixelated as this is at the moment, you kind of want, oh man, this over here, I might just grab a little bit, because I might lose the hair, or the spines, or whatever that is back behind us. Dragons don't have hair. Get a little bit more. There we go. Yep. Apparently we have ourselves a southern gentleman. With his pirate dragon. Let's see. Did that loop? I don't want the loop once I extend it there. Okay. Direct select arrow. Bring that anchor out further. Then pen tool again. Get that arc. And there we have it. One complete shape around. Oh, Jesus. Where the hell did that come from? Did I open these? I don't think I opened those. There we go. Must have dragged them in. There we go. Alright, so I have just in the paths, a working path that I'll save. Actually, take that and you can turn that into a really good lassoed shape. I'm going to save that into my channels as a, use that to mask or whatever. But pretty much what I'm going to do here is copy that and hit the wrong button again. Paste it into here. So now we got super clean lines because we're going to do something crazy for him and blow this up to insane proportions. So yeah, I mean, it's going to pixelate even further. I know. But it gives me something to work on. It's got its own layer. The background layer, it's got the color, it's already locked. So I can do things like airbrush around the outside of it and give it kind of a uniform edge. Maybe play with the saturation here. Let's see what we can do. So we get adjustments, hit levels, see what we get. That's a bit better. That saturation, that black, to kind of come back from the original lines, but not take too much away. That was darker, huh? Increase contrast. Nope. What, 3? I like 3. Midtones brighter? No. So it's darker? No. Light and shadows. Horrible. Alright, I'm going to go with increase contrast 3. I'm going to go, nah, just hit auto, see what auto does. Sometimes auto. No. We'll stick with that. That gets us some of our nice saturated colors back. Probably much more vibrant than what we had before. And then was it brightness contrast? I'm trying to think of how I cleaned up the lines a little bit. No. It's been a while since I've dicked around in Photoshop. This is cool, isn't it? Blur, I'm trying to sharpen. Can't really tell if anything happened there. So let's not do it. Undo sharpen edges. Okay, let's see. And a little bit of adjustment there. It has a little bit cleaned up the lines a little bit, but not a whole great deal. Alright, so now pretty much what I can do here, let's keep this original layer and duplicate. That way if I screw something up, I can go back to the original, just take the eyeball off and it'll get on. Alright, so yeah, this is kind of messy. Let's go back to the lasso here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to lasso area here that's got this unfortunate hole. There's light shining through a little bit. It really kind of distorts the color with the image. And pretty much I'm going to be blending this end into this end here. And I'm going to do that mostly with finger smudging tools. And see how much I can get rid of. Well, maybe let's try something. I haven't done this in a while. Let's try just grabbing the paint tool, the brush right here. Check out the right one. Swap the. So I'm color mode right now. It needs to be on normal. 100% opacity, 100% flow. 30 is pretty good. Yeah. Let's grab some that blends a bit better. There we go. Now I'm going to go Bob Rossing, you guys. If I'm picking the right colors, there we go. Take the opacity down to like 30. You're like thinking, that doesn't match at all. What the hell, crack? And you're like, you would be right. It doesn't match at all. I'm hoping to get texture going throughout later on by using the clone tool, because that way it has this pixelated edge. Otherwise I have to soften everything. So we'll see what it draws out here. Pretty for recreating pixely messes. It kind of works. Colors are there, they kind of blend. Alright, so let's see if I can finger smudge any of this to look decent. And blend this into that. Blur these lines a little bit. Pull the colors from the original into the new. This is pretty much digital painting. Just color correcting and no, what sucks is, you know, I don't have that original pixelation like I do from here to there, because it is just. So I think I could think of possibly, let's see if I can do this technique here. Select that area. And let's see if I can filter this up. Color halftone, facet, crystallize, fragment, mosaic. I don't know if that's going to give me with it. That's not what I want. It's been so long since I've used some of this stuff. Let's go back to pixelate. Filter, pixelate. Let's do a little bit of sharpen. That kind of does a little bit of it. Let's take this edge here. And let's do a quick selection, modify. Let's feather the edge, about 10 pixels. Do filter, and do the sharpen more. And that kind of gives it a bit of what I'm looking for. What if I hit it twice? Sharpen more on top of sharpen more. Yeah, that's starting to make it look more like the original. The more I hit it, the more it kind of gets gradually worse. I don't want to go too far. All right. You got to be careful here because we're going to lose detail on this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do directly selecting this area here. That's what I think may be the shapes that are hiding inside this. So I'm going to make my own. Shapes there. Clean that up. Let's see if I can. Okay, I'm going to save that. It's a quick channel selection. Let's see. Hey, FDNY, what's going on, Beastie Boy? And let's grab this blue. Where's my brush?
Not much.
Hey, welcome to the stream, buddy. How you doing tonight?
So far, so good.
Do I have my, oh, it's my caps lock. That's what. God, it's been too long.
Oh, what you drawing?
I'm cleaning up a design for someone so they can use it as a screen for his server. So it's a kind of an entry, like you start the server and then boom, there it is. Once I get it cleaned up, I'm going to try to animate a bit of it. Maybe try to get that fire animated, but I'm not sure. I haven't really done that type of work. And most of the people I know, not quite sure what to do with that. I might try a different set of flames to animate that. I'm not sure yet. Gotta play around. So I have that selected still. Okay. It was saved. What you laughing about there, Griff? Damn it. I hate these. It's been so long since I've used these tools. It's kind of silly. Oh, I don't know why it's doing that. That's gonna piss me off. So, Beast, you got any sort of art classes at school? Oh, guess he's gone. This is what I was talking about earlier about direct selecting with the lasso tool. I mean, this was pretty much, the lasso tool was my bread and butter for coloring comics. And I'm just trying to, because what I would do is have the black and whites available, and then I would make these direct selections and fill in the areas with color. And just constantly make selections to either knock out or let me save that just in case. Right there. Oop, just once. Okay. And let's brush this blue back in here. I can kind of refine. Oops. There we go. Man, I haven't done this in a while. There we go. What I can do is I can take the finger tool, soften this edge so it doesn't look too pixelated around the corners. In fact, probably could. Let's just load. Can I load the layer? Load this layer. And what's that? Channels. That layer mask. What the hell was it? Layer mask. There it is. Okay, and then load the layer mask. What the hell is this? Oh. Okay. Okay, then I could take this and back up into that copy. No, it's in this layer. Copy that. Or not copy it, but save it as an alpha layer. So I have a selection. Go back up to this one. Hide that one. Channel. Okay, so now I got this. So I can probably, let's, where is it? Oh, select, modify, feather, we'll do 5 pixels. Wrong one, invert it. Hide it. And there you go. Kind of softens my edge. Excuse me, pardon me. But I kind of like that hard edge. If I soften that edge, it kind of takes a little bit away from it. So we'll just keep it. We'll keep it. Let's go back up here and let's fix this. This gobbledygook right here. Come on. There you go. Kind of correct this. Alright, so let's brush some of this black back into it. 50%. This line that runs through here, I suppose originally a black. Take this middle color. Too big. It's getting too heavy. Let's get back to that. About 30, 26% here. Put the screen back in. I can control it just by grabbing the colors, swabbing off, and just push it in there. Or I could try just using the finger painting tool and pull the color into it, and then you can blur it a little bit, pull, and blur, and then it kind of definitely runs together a little bit more. And I can just take a piece of this, kind of brush it back into it. Put a little bit of that purple. And the brown. Right underneath these has this bit of brown, rusty ochre. Now we're getting into Bob Ross colors. But I'm only affecting anything that's just inside that loop. And hide that. So there you go. Kind of repainted the lines that kind of blend from one side to the other. And then we go back to filter, and we did a pixelate? No, sharpen. We did sharpen more. It kind of makes it a little crispier. And let's repeat that by Control F. No, that's too much. There we go. All right. Get this edge here, where we completely just cut the poor little guy off. I'm going out around a little ways so I can draw in. Ah, I hate that. This, you get too close. Oh, there we go. It comes up with this grid, a pixelated grid, like takes every little like quadrant and just, you can see where each pixel is like changeable. All right, and brush tool. Got a nice kind of black in there. So do some of that in my color. Undo, Control Z that crap. Okay, what we need to do here is like we actually have more pieces to remove. So that might actually be good for us. There we go. And I'm just trying to drawing the lasso tool around a little bit by hand, a little bit by click and drag. I can refine my selection with the lasso tool here in just a few moments. You can either be like really picky about it, or you can kind of, go with your gut. Some of it won't stay. I'll take away some. Like when I delete it, depends on if the edges are like feathered or just too chunky. Let's see what happens. Save that little file, that little shape. Yeah, it's a little chunked out right there. But what I can do is the tail needs some definition brought back into it, so I'll just extend some of those black back up into it. It's kind of thin, wispy. Not wispy, but because it's probably pretty big. But he needs some more definition in the tail. It's gotta get the right strokes. And not misstroke it. There we go. Essentially, I'm airbrushing the airbrush. Alright, I'll finger tool this a little bit. Gotta pull the colors around. Give that softer touch. And trim off these edges I don't like.
Okay, I'm back now.
I'm back now.
Yeah. I just had to go grab a drink. I don't even know. I think this is either chocolate tea or coffee.
Chocolate tea?
Uh, sort of. Like, yeah. It looks like
Chocolate?
it, or I think. I think it's
Chocolate?
mostly coffee.
It's... What time do you go to bed, son? I'm not your dad or nothing, but damn, 10:30 and you're having coffee or tea?
Um, my school is giving me a break for today
Not
and
for today.
tomorrow and next Friday, so just go. Oh no, I could stay up, but I don't really want to. I might go to bed at 12. My
Bet
original bedtime is like 10 because I feel like it.
because you feel like it, huh? Well, a growing body and mind needs sleep. Just saying. Let's see. And even us adults need it too. Alright, kinda. Alright, there is some color back there. Try some good old path making. Oh, better save that shape I made. Channels. There you go, alpha. And I'll keep making this tool here. If I use the pen tool throughout this, and it's on what's a working path, right now it's my current work path, I'm making a pen tool shape all around the area here. And I can have both of these shapes together in one little set, and then let's see, I should probably just do that first and then this. It is kind of weird not knowing exactly what's what, but I'll take it. Here we go. And I can just add to the channel, get rid of this one, that way I don't have a crap ton of channels. They just need to be all the same ones. Come on, Viper. I know you're playing Rocket League. Let me use my thing. There. Okay. Alright, here's going to be a little trickier. This actually, I might just go, oh shit. I'll actually just do lasso tool on this one, because it's going to be more organic. Because it's getting into that fire. Man, I would so be like playing like Dragon Force or something like that right now if there wasn't some sort of problem with YouTube and rights and music issues. Because this would be perfect for Dragon Force. And that stuff just makes me move all much more faster. Ah, come on. Delete. There you go. Alright, and then we delete this from that. Alright, cool. Alright, he's got his arm down here. I would say this is another one of those areas that had there we go. If I ever need to restore it, I have that original layer to fill that back up. Always have a backup. And everybody's safe. Yeah. Keep forgetting. Part of that joke is because the thunderstorm, she was good. Everybody safe! Wah! She was like a bird woman or something. I'm not sure. She'd always brag about being from Lithuania. And it's one of those employees that never really fit in with anybody else. I'm sure some of you have that out there somewhere. That someone you work with is mildly insane. Amongst the other insane people. But yeah. Alright, so that's that and that. So pull those together. Okay. So I can load those and that together. What I'm going to do now is make a shape that's within that area. And then I can subtract it from what I saved. Take off that. And I can just go in here and remove bits and pieces that I don't want to paint. That are in this cool rich black that's back there. Shit. Alright, that was... Okay. Uh-oh. There it goes. I went outside my program. Alright.
Well, I'm not gonna be drawing for a while.
Why not?
Well, you see, well, there's two reasons. One, my sharpener is kind of busted. It's an electrical one. So until I can get a new one or get a
Oh my god.
I'll do that. Two, I'm not really comfortable with drawing with pen because I don't like to draw with pen and then make a mistake.
That's what sketch pads are for.
Yeah.
And the more you make mistakes, the more you learn from and the effect of, like, you know, how to work a pen. Like, say you want to ink something and you want to be able to give it nice crispy black edges. I make lots of mistakes. But if you like your pencils, That's no problem with that. What I'm saying is, get yourself a razor blade, an X-Acto knife, and just chip away at what you need.
Ah, like the survival.
Exactly.
That's actually a good idea.
I
That's a
know.
good idea.
You can do that. Make sure you're holding away from it, and you just go flick, like just flick a little bit at the end. Make sure you don't choke up on that and cut yourself.
Do I cut it by the lead, the pencil lead?
Yeah, you want to cut away the wood to reveal the pencil lead.
That's not a bad idea, actually.
If it's keeping you from something, there is a way around it. There's always a workaround. And if it's something that you like to do and you want to do it, get it done and go do it. Because don't let something like that. That's a remedy. There's a way around it. And then you don't have to worry about that problem ever again. You go, oh, I can just do this. Just don't cut yourself, and don't tell your mom I told you. No.
Ah, don't worry, it won't happen.
uh, no, what I'm saying is just be careful doing it. You know, even chefs, they uh, they cut themselves, and firefighters get burnt.
No, I never really understand because the way I believe it is from the shows. Because on the shows, even though it's not real burns, it looks like they can handle it enough. It, like the bunker gear. What happens is the bunker gear protects them from feeling the heat. However, they do get burned.
Couldn't really say for sure. Not my expertise. Oh, come on, grab. You did grab. I did grab. Not what I wanted you to grab. I should have smoked up. What the hell was that? Some sort of flicker.
You ever heard of an emergency alert system?
I believe so. I don't. Most areas have them.
So, like, do you fully know what it is?
The emergency alert system.
Yeah.
The one that calls out to like all areas that whether there's
Yeah, the TV eruption thing.
right.
That I every time they always play it, like it just scares me. I don't know about other people. Some people
I
said this before, but it's just the message is just so scary because for when it happens to me, right? It happened one time where I was watching TV, right? And the
mm-hmm.
next thing you know, the screen went blank. And then this red, before anything else could pop up, the only thing that was showing was a red message sliding across the screen saying an EAS participant has issued a required monthly test, right?
Right.
And then and then a black screen shows up with these titled words saying emergency alert system on the top, and in the middle it says issued a, and at the bottom it says required monthly test or required weekly test.
There you go. It's self-explanatory. Nothing to be afraid of. You get used to them. I mean, they'll pop up like if you're listening to the radio in the car. Like we still get them if you listen to radio. And that's kind of going away somewhat because not everybody listens to the radio in their car. They have like their iPods or their Bluetooth on their phones and stuff, and they're just listening to that.
I don't know. Take a look at the screen share really quick.
But yeah, it's a everyday deal. It's no problem. And it's all an effort to gain your attention to make sure that I mean, around here we have the Amber Alerts, and that goes over all your phones, and that will make you jump because it's like, oh my god, my phone's making a weird noise.
I don't. The phone version is way different. It's more like a and it makes these weird noises. It does that for my phone too.
Yeah, everybody's phone. It's like mandatory.
The only times I get that is when an Amber Alert is in progress or
There was that
it's a
one time there was a
emergency.
presidential address or something like that, and for some
Did
reason,
this happen on October 3rd?
I don't know. It was a long ass time ago. It was at least during the Trump era. There you go. There we go.
There was this time an emergency alert system happened. Same black screen, no red title, but I'm gonna tell you how it went, right? So news was talking, it gets interrupted. A message pops up saying this is an no, and no, the first of the screen pops up saying emergency alert system issued a child abduction emergency. The tones start playing, and
Mm-hmm.
then the message says this. No, wait, hold on, I'm trying to remember. No, it wasn't a child abduction emergency. It issued a civil emergency message, and then the person started speaking saying, "This is a civil emergency message reported by the New York Police Department at 2:13 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. A report of a child abduction emergency has been going into progress, reported in Brooklyn, New York. Gave the description of the child, and what car she was last seen in. They said to contact 911
Yep.
or the local police department about if the girl was seen. Then they ended the message.
Yeah, I kind of wish they had that stuff back in the '80s. A lot of child abductions back then too. But then again, we didn't have cell phones that weren't the size of calling in Chari or calling in artillery. They were huge. Back in my day, there were cell phones the size of bricks.
Are you sure, or were they pagers?
Oh, we had pagers too.
Oh, are you talking about those wireless phones with the little antenna that could be
The
carried
the
around in
antenna
your
the
purse?
size of like this pencil, this
Yeah.
tablet pen right here. Yeah, it was huge. I don't think I like this, so I'm gonna take it back a step. And where is that? There was a. I haven't used it in so long. Okay, it's history tool. Where's that? Window history. There we go. That's at the very beginning. We don't want that. We want here. All right. Brush tool. Then move. There we go. All right. Then I can change the opacity to 50 or 40. And lightly touch it instead. Mm, yeah, that's hard to do.
Whoops.
What's up, buddy?
Oh, I didn't mean to pop in there, guys.
You're fine.
Oh no, it's all good. We were just we were just having a little chat about a emergency alert system thingy. It's some emergency message that interrupts your TV.
Yeah, they used to do that all the time back when I was a lot younger.
Oh, they still do.
Yeah, it's the main way to get rid of, get rid of the public.
Is that the New York Beast? Fire
Yep.
Department New York Beast?
Yeah, I don't work in the fire department. However, I have a two uncles in the fire department. One that works. They're both in Brooklyn. One is in engine 310, which is why I put up the logo. And then there's another one in engine 283.
That explains the accent.
Yep, pure-blooded American.
Oh,
Near.
oh, that's not a problem. Oh, trust me, I get going, my accent comes out all over the place. But that's awesome. Oh yeah, I've got relatives that are in the fire departments all over California. I used to work for search and rescue and stuff like that.
Was
Way too
any of
long.
was any of your relatives a interior team?
Interior.
Not
I
interior, but the one who goes inside. Like
oh I'm sure that what's his name, Gene used to do
Hey,
that.
Armageddon's Fire, how's it going?
It's been years. I haven't seen him since, oh jeez, before I moved to Colorado, so sometime in the 90s. I've
That
got a huge family.
that was roundabout before you were born. And now we feel old.
Oh, I am old.
We feel old.
Somebody asked me
Young blood.
to give them an idea of how old I was. I said I was alive for the first Woodstock. They went, "What's Woodstock?" And I said, "Okay, I'm leaving now."
God, bye-bye. Oh,
Too
Lord.
young for me. Oh man.
Don't cry, Griff. It's okay.
Oh, I'm not crying. I'm laughing. Apparently, that lady, the co-founder of BLM, just got doxxed.
Really? Holy
Oh
shit.
yeah. And it turns out that the house she just bought was the latest out of the four she now owns.
Hmm?
This woman has spent $3.2 million on houses.
Is
you know
she
what's something my uncle could never explain to me?
Hmm.
So his firehouse has 5 bay doors, but the thing is, there's only 2 units. There's engine 283 and division 15.
okay?
So
I
I don't think he knows about the. I think only the senior guys know about the old companies that lived there back then.
Beast, you realize that we aren't firefighters. we aren't the
No,
guys to ask
I
about
get it,
that.
and I get what she's asking.
Yeah. What are you asking? Like, what's the difference? Or I'm confused.
Well, what I'm wondering is, cause there's probably old units that used to be there.
I don't know. My dad was an ambulance driver back in the late 60s, early 70s. He picked up one motorcyclist, and I think he was done, or what was left of a motorcyclist.
Oh man.
But that's how he met my mom. They have like the most like a really cute meet cute. Back in the day when there were malt shops and stuff.
They still have a couple of places that are basically malt shops.
There we go. Yeah, that's a spikier, more menacing, I guess. Um, just trying to figure out what that's the
Oh, I
tail.
just got
What's
a
that?
alert from one of my drunk nieces.
From one of my drunk nieces.
I've got ooh, at last
Many
count
drunk nieces?
back in 2002, nieces and nephews were up to, what was it, 49? No, 39 nieces and nephews in 2002. We're well over 50 now.
Mm-hmm.
And that's in nieces, grandnieces, and stuff.
Ugh. The old codger. Excuse me, pardon me. Sorry, it's making me burp. You still here, Armageddon? Just hanging out? Not only two are watching now. I missed him. I missed him. Let's take this red and carry it through.
Oh man, I'm glad I'm not there. Room full of drunk women jumping around, eating and laughing. Young enough to be my daughters. That's the bad part.
It's the wrong tool. So, Beast, do you play any games? Like, do you have like your own channel to play games or something? Or?
Yeah, I sometimes I post videos on my original channel like Merge NYC, Hitman 2,
Ah,
um
cool.
Minecraft. I haven't done Minecraft yet, but I did Roblox and things. And so yeah, trying to be a little more gamer. I might buy another game on Steam.
Beware of carnal instincts. Don't touch that.
Take your word
Carnal
for it, amigo.
instincts definitely. Oh, trust me. If a game makes me go, okay, that's enough. Yeah, it's pretty bad.
There we go. Not too shabby. Clean up some of these edges here. Alright, if anything, Chuck, I can get you a nice clean version. Rather than, you know, this. So I got something for us to go off of. And from this cleaning standpoint, then maybe I can try, like in some of my off time, getting this fire to be animated. Maybe working with a mask or something like that. Let me pull up that. Where is that? Original here. There we go. So I've gone through, get a lot more kind of saturation, color into the. Gracie Jane, you brought me a mouse. Thank you, girl.
Oh, your cat brought you a mouse?
Well, it's filled with catnip, but it's still a mouse.
Oh, okay.
I thought you meant an actual mouse. I would
Gracie
have said you
Jane.
should promote the cat.
There we are. Ladies and gentlemen, the one who appears most on my stream, Miss Gracie Jane. She's super fluffy. And she's losing her fluff. You're losing your Tina Turner look there, Kit.
Tina Turner look, huh?
We don't need another hero. We don't need another hero. All we want to do is the Thunderdome. Doom, 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 doom. Sorry. She most often is the one that lays beside me, walks across my keyboard, and jumps up onto the shelves. But yeah, she's the one that my girlfriend calls my other girlfriend. Because she's very possessive. Right? Yes, that's right. And she'll talk, and I'll go, "Sup, Gracie?" And she'll go, "Sup?"
You know, and if and why, like, they kind of do it different.
Come
Like,
here.
instead of calling it like, let's say for example, instead of calling it
Sup,
ladder
Gracie?
113, we would call it 113 truck or 113 truck.
So, when you grow up, you're going to be an architect?
Uh, engineering.
That was a joke. You,
Yeah,
you're
yeah, I'm
obviously
not a
hell bent on fire engines and the operations of a firehouse. All right, let's see. What can I do in the background here? Do the background. Add another layer. Let's pull some of this black. Start with a simple gradient, and then we'll pull, because we kind of want to recreate what he has here. This kind of smokiness around it. Kind of recreate that. So what we'll do is go to the gradient tool. All right, it is on transparent. So it's going to be pulling this black. We are linear, not radial. Okay. So I'm going to go like right underneath where the black starts and pull. That will give us a black line. It's a little too heavy. Kind of gets rid of its shadow, so we'll kind of pull a little bit less. And then from there, because we're working in a different layer, let's grab that smudge tool, the finger painter tool, and then we'll just pull lines of black kind of up into it. Get a little finer. Take a look here. You can even get a bit more painterly. Grab the right size brush. What's this one? Too opaque. Something softer.
Oh man, I could go for a purple griffin right now.
Is that a drink?
Yes. Named it after me because I was always ordering it. Original name was called the Purple Rain.
There you go.
Basically, it's 1.5 parts vodka, 1 part blue curacao, 1 part cranberry juice, 1 part pineapple juice, and 1 part grenadine. So it's a bright purple, and it's really tasty. The thing is, with the alcohol that's in it, not really paying attention to it. You'll sit there and sip it. It's all nice and sweet. You don't feel anything. And then a little while later, it kicks in when you try to stand up.
Yep, I think I heard my girlfriend. I will be right back. We'll take a quick break.
Okay.
Everything is still streaming, I think. Yeah, let me hit that be right back button.
Well, guys, I'm gonna come out for tonight. I don't know if you guys are gonna be here tomorrow, but
Nope,
if you are,
it's
I'll see
all
you.
unknown as far as I don't have a schedule. I work and all that. But thanks for joining me, Beast. Have a good night.
Yeah, you too, man.
I'll be right back, guys. back. Have to do some Wi-Fi changes out here. It's starting to pop back up. I'm not on the Wi-Fi, but if the Wi-Fi network goes down, it doesn't help anybody else out. So there it is. Came right back up. It's one of those simple power cycle things. And we're back. Alright, let's take a look at the original. Kind of adding our own flair to it. And let's see, we'll brush some of these in here, and then we'll take some of it out by doing the exact opposite. Let's do this finger smudge tool. We'll draw from the outside here and move it back and smudging it along the way. Reducing the size, taking more bites out of it. There we go. All right. We'll just finger paint and pull these lines back. If anything, we can also just paint the blue right on top of it. If we think it's too thick. Push and pull it in different directions. back up into there. I don't know. I like that texture or not. Kind of play around with it until I like it. I don't know. Oh, I thought I was doing this. I was. Okay. If I don't like it, I can always just come back in here, make a new layer, play around with it some more. And let's see, we just select this one. Ah, there we go. Pull these gradients into here. And then from that, let's try that. Do this. No, so we're going to go with this layer. There we go. And then switch this around. And try another filter again. There you go. A little bit more intense. A little gradient on screen. A little bit of a kind of gives us a little bit of a glow to the character here. Yeah. Do some contrast. There you go. And that's just on that one layer, kind of boosting the glow behind our guy there. Let's save that. All right. Not too shabby. That's not what I want to say. All right. I think that's all I'm going to do for tonight. Probably end the night just kind of hanging back and maybe play a game or something like that. If you do see this, Chuck, let me know what you think. If anything, I got it cleaned up for you. Get rid of some stuff and sprucened up the outside. And that'll look pretty sharp for your server screen. Despite, you know, just let me see if I can show you here kind of what it may look like. If I can, there you go. And then if I can get that to, yeah, it might look somewhat like that for you, Chuck. From there, I'll try to grab this flame, see if I can do something on top of it. Do a little bit more schoolwork on your airbrush design here. What did I just do? There we go. Oh, that's not the original. Oh, that's not what I want. Okay, I just don't know what happened here. That's the original JPEG. That's back down too far back in time. What the hell happened? All right, let's see what I can reverse here. No. There we go. Then open. Please God. save what. All right, good. It did save how I wanted it. Okay. Whew. That was close. At least I thought so. All right, we'll go from there. Thank you guys for joining me, hanging out. Got any questions or anything you like? Just leave a comment, smash that like button, or if you didn't like it, hit the dislike button. Either way, someone interacted. All right, have a good one, guys. Take care, and what was today? Wednesday. Oh, have a good Thursday. We're almost on the way to the weekend. All right, you guys all take care.